Okay, my mother was in a wreck. There may be some health complications. We aren't sure yet. The driver of the truck that hit her said he blew a tire and lost control, and his company seems to agree with that assessment. We filed a claim with the company's insurance and we're waiting to hear more. Anything you can tell us about what to expect next or how to handle this would be very helpful. Thank you. And that's from Wade. Wade, that's a really interesting question. It's very common to a lot of the things that we deal with when we're dealing with auto accident claims. However, there was a little factoid in there that might throw a wrinkle in there, and it had to do with the blowing of a tire. Sometimes people are involved in wrecks due to things that are just completely out of their control. A medical emergency is the one we typically see. And sometimes that can be a valid defense if you have a medical emergency and you cause a wreck. The fact that you had that emergency that was not anticipated and not expected, that could provide a defense for somebody that caused a wreck. Now, in this particular situation, you're talking about a blown tire, and that may or may not provide some sort of a defense. It really depends on a lot of other facts. Speed of the vehicle. Was the vehicle poorly maintained? Was this person driving around on 4 bald tires and they were just a tire waiting to blow? In a fact like that, there probably still would be liability. So what you're going to expect is the company is going to do their investigation, but in the meantime, they're going to want to find out more information about you, your mother's injuries, what's going on there. But before you start to talk to an insurance company, I would strongly advise you to hire an attorney. Let us handle those negotiations. Let us handle providing that information to the insurance company, because these are claims professionals and they're very qualified to try to adjust claims, but they always want to adjust them to the benefit of the insurance company versus the benefit of the person actually making the claim. And there's all sorts of pitfalls that go with the legal process. And so I would strongly advise you to hire an attorney, but that's probably going to be the next thing to expect is a continuation of the investigation. Then there'll be a determination, what are the injuries, what are the lost wages, how much money are we talking about being lost? And at that point, you'll start the negotiation process. So that, in a nutshell, is kind of how the claim process works. If you can't settle a claim, a lawsuit is typically filed, and if you don't settle it during the pendency of the lawsuit, then it goes to a jury, and then a jury of 6 in Florida will decide what your fate is, or a jury of 12 up in Alabama and Georgia. Again, get a lawyer. It's very important that you do that so that you can have your rights protected.